right, welcome in, boys. We are live. Take it to the bank. Charlotte ROVAL, I guess, edition. As always, I am Keg. Got my guy Coop with me. Cooper, what's going on, buddy? Coming in from Talladega. Didn't have a lot of action in that race. We hit like 1 out of 3, I guess, which isn't bad for a Talladega weekend. We'll take it. But what's going on, pal?
Not much, man. Just taking things day by day. That's about it. Getting cold.
It's getting cold.
Cold down here. Yep.
Love it. Love it.
Yep. Getting cold. So I think the high next week's supposed to be in the upper 50s.
Big fan of when the leaves start falling. They start changing colors.
Oh, yeah. They're in that progress definitely down here.
Imagine not knowing what that's about, though, Coop. Like, the West Coast people don't even know what that is.
What? Leaves?
Yeah, like the fall. Like, there's nothing better than the month of October is my jam. And not because it's my birthday month, just it's my favorite month.
I can't wait until your birthday, man.
I can. I'm going to be 44, Coop.
I'm excited on your birthday.
I think it's a weekend, too, I think.
Yeah. I'll be headed to Miami.
Oh, that's why you can't wait for my birthday. You fuck. This guy. Welcome into the boys in the chat. Mishima, Pete, Mason, Maddie, Daniel, Meyer. I don't want to hear that you need money. All right. I don't want to hear it. All right. So Charlotte ROVAL, Coop. Let's start with this. The playoffs. They've technically started, obviously, but they really don't begin, I think, until we get through this week into the round of 8. The round that we're currently in was like a giant shit show that you really needed to dodge, with Talladega being involved, now the ROVAL. People have asked me, why haven't I pulled the trigger on futures to get the prices up on some guys, aside from the 36-1 ticket we have on Larson. And the truth is, I've been waiting to get past it this week in particular. Once we do, I'll start firing for sure. But we dodged a major bullet with Talladega. Do you have numbers, Coop, on most guys that you think will be in the final 4 or 6, or are you waiting to get past this week also?
Oh, no. I have I have a Larson ticket that you have, not nearly as much money on it as what you have. And then, last year, after the season, they started putting out this year's numbers for winning the championship. And, I went on a little parlay binge, and, I got some drivers at some good prices. But I have, I think, 5 drivers left. Hold on 1 minute. Let me pull it up. I have Logano, Elliott, Bowman, Reddick, and Bell. My Reddick and Bell, I don't have nearly as much invested as what I do with, or not necessarily invested, but what I could win with Bowman, Elliott, and Logano.
Right now, if you had to pick the 8 that we're going to get through, who do you think they are?
Well, the top 8 right now in the point standings.
Those would be?
Hold on. Larson, Bell, Reddick, Hamlin, Byron, Blaney, Elliott. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And Logano.
Okay.
No, Bowman. Yeah, Bowman. So out would be Logano, Cindric, Suarez, and Briscoe.
Okay. Track configuration has changed here, right? So the first turn was a giant shit show, but it looks like the restart zone, from what I saw, looks like the first couple cars will get through okay. But after that, it could be a nightmare for that group that's like in that 5 to 20 range. I know that there are a couple turns that have been changed, My takeaway from this, Coop, aside from the restart zone, is that it's going to be harder to pass at this track this year than in years past. Where are you at with the reconfiguration?
Well, I don't if you remember correctly, like when they had this the first couple of years, turn one was an absolute shit show.
Right.
Because they were going 20 deep in there.
Right.
And then, like you said, they've changed the restart zone, so now they're more spread out. So could stuff happen in turn one? Probably, maybe, yes, but not anything like what it used to be. Now, I was reading up on it's turn 5, 6, and 7 is what they've messed around with, evidently. And obviously, these guys haven't seen it or driven it, but they have on the simulators. And your boy in the Xfinity series,
Riley?
Did you hear what he said?
No.
He
I
said,
didn't get that. Could you try again?
what the hell? He said that they've taken a bad track and made it even worse.
Really?
Yeah. I have not yet heard a positive comment about 5, 6, and 7.
Great.
So basically what they're saying, and I'm a visual guy, so I can't really get it. Like, I haven't seen it and everything, but like evidently, like they describe it as they're going up a ramp into one of them, and like all 4 wheels are off the freaking ground.
Really?
And then they're going into this turn to where you basically have to stop. And
yeah. There's
and,
a 2-minute there's a
yeah.
2-minute video on NASCAR that
Oh,
shows
really?
the whole like
Okay.
they go through it, and that one turn that you're talking about right now is fucking wild.
Right. And so you brought up the passing piece, and that's where I think they're going to be passing each other, because they were talking about being able to dive bomb into that corner and hit other cars, or
Right.
cut them off, whatever you want to call it, blah 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 blah. So yeah, I think we'll learn a lot tomorrow, obviously, through the practice and then watching Xfinity race. But basically everybody has said they've set it up for chaos.
So normally you and I are trying to look at the best cars in the race on any given week, who we think's got the speed, because speed usually carries the day in NASCAR. But this week in particular is one of the, I feel like not only strategy, but like, I don't want to back Kyle Larson and Tyler Reddick this week, because like, if they qualify well, right? You think that their number one goal, if they're starting in the front 2 rows, is win the stage. And then if they could lock in that stage point, I think the rest of the race, they're just going to spend not getting hurt. The goal, fuck this race. Nobody cares about this race. The goal is just to get to the next round of the playoffs. That's all these people care about, especially the elite. And that makes me want to back guys that you and I would normally not back week to week. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, but I wouldn't say Kyle Larson. I'll back Kyle Larson.
But like, you don't think if he's up front and is running well, you don't think the stage gets flipped and then like he's basically the rest of the race, unless he's got the stone cold nuts of nuts that he could drive through the field again? You don't think he's going to get buried and just try not to get hurt?
So I was looking at last year and the year before, how the top 10 drivers who started, which were basically playoff cars, ended in stage 1 and 2. And for both races, I think one race it was 6, the other race it was 7. If you finished in the top 10 in the stage 1, you finished in the top 10 in stage 2.
Okay.
So the winning cars though did and in stage one, I think you can stay out. And stage two is when you want to, do the pit early and move ahead. So, and the reason I say that for like Larson is like, if he has a good stage one, he's going to be clinched because he's not far. Like Byron is already clinched. And
Right.
I think Bell and Larson are like 6 or 7 points behind.
I think Bell needs like 11 points to clinch.
Yeah. So,
so
those,
you're going to treat it like a normal race?
No, those are the only 3 playoff cars that I have interest in.
Because they'll probably be locked in by the end of stage one.
Like Tyler Reddick and Chase Elliott, like I think they're probably going to have good cars.
Right.
All right. But I think they're going to race for points because they're in 7th and 8th place, so they want those points not only for stage one, but stage two. So, which is going to put them farther back in the field. But to that point, like if let's say they're 20th, I think they're good enough to get up to around the top 10. I don't think they're going to win or anything like that if they go with that.
So you're basically where I'm at, and the guys that you think can clinch in stage one are also worth targeting.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just those 3.
Okay. In terms of manufacturers, where are you at? I know it's a weird week for it, but
It's all Chevy.
It's all Chevy.
All Chevy.
Yeah, I mean SVG, Dinger.
If I'm going to bet a manufacturer, even though it's minus money, it's going to be Chevy.
I'll tell you what though, Coop. And I know that we have history about arguing about this guy on this show, but I can't think of a better race for Ty Gibbs to compete in than this week with 0 fucks given. Don't take yourself out. Don't put your own self on timeout. Get back in here, old man. Get back in here. Think about it. Ty Gibbs, he's racing for the win, only the win. We know he's going to be fast. We know that he's good on road courses. Now, I'm with you. Like SVG and Dinger for me above everybody this week.
Can you believe this guy, Iowa? Can you believe this nutshot? 2 weeks ago, he's sitting here telling, man, I ain't betting Ty Gibbs, man. I don't care if he wins, man. We've lost so much money betting him and all this shit and all that. And now he's trying to come up with all this Ty Gibbs bullshit support.
Listen,
he's a fucking Kamala Harris wannabe.
Whoa! How dare you? I got 4,000 on Donald Trump's fucking forehead. What are you talking about? How dare you? Listen, all I'm saying, I don't like the price. That's what I don't like. But I do think if I was picking a Toyota to win the race this week, he would be the guy.
I mean, Gibbs is on the list. All right.
He's on.
In all sincerity, but back to the Chevy thing. Like they have so much depth. They have so many different drivers who could win.
I'm with you.
They're the only manufacturer I would back. If I was going with Toyota or Ford, I would just focus on the individual driver.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm with you.
Yeah.
All right. Let's look at these guys. SVG 5.5 to 1. I can't
350 at DK.
Yeah, I know. 5. I'm looking at FanDuel. I don't know how this number gets any better. Like, first of all, if you're taking the outright market seriously and you're betting it this week, you have got to have, I think, an SVG ticket in your pocket. He's won 3 out of 5 road courses in the Cup Series so far in his career. He was fast. He's going to be fast. 550, I guess, is a fair price as a starting point. Yeah, I mean, I think you have to have him. Where are you at?
Yeah, I think you're right, but like part of me says I don't want to have him. but I think you're right in the end. I like AJ Allmendinger more.
He's my favorite guy. I'm with you.
He's got the better pit team. He has the better colored car of the two. But this is a race where you can make the car better if you're a driver, since part of it's on the road course. So,
Right.
I don't know. Do I think SVG wins? No. But
I mean, how do you not have a ticket?
I know. Yeah, I know. I don't disagree with you.
All right, so let's take out the people that we talk about every.
Plus the other thing, him and Allmendinger are going to have more track time than anybody in the Cup Series this week.
Right, because they're going to race tomorrow.
Right.
All right, so if I said give me 5 guys right now that aren't the people we normally talk about, mine would be Dinger, SVG, Busch, Chastain, and Gibbs. Although I guess we do talk about him, but
we talk about Chastain we talk about Chastain and
those I have interest in those guys. 4 out of 5 are Chevy, obviously.
Right. Yeah.
Where are you at? Like, do you have interest in all those guys?
Yes, I do. I just don't know, like, live versus pre, where my interest lies with them now.
Right.
But yeah, definitely have interest in them.
All right, Kyle Larson, 750.
My issue, I guess my issue pulling the string on him is, like, I think there's so many other cars that are going to be better than all 3 of them now.
Who?
I think Elliott's going to have a better car. I think Tyler Reddick's going to have a better car.
You mean in terms of pure speed?
Yeah.
I'll buy that. Yeah, I'll buy that. Yeah. I don't really disagree. So Larson and Byron at 750 and 850. Are you going to bet these guys pre-race?
I don't know. I part of me wants to try to get a Chevy ticket at 10-1.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down with that.
To take out, a lot of it, and then I would just bet the Chevys live on top of that ticket if I had it. You know what I mean?
What is the starting point on that though?
Minus 140.
They're minus 170 at FanDuel.
Yeah, they were minus 170 at FanDuel. I think it was minus 140 last night.
That's going to be it's going to be hard to get that to 10-1.
I know. But you know what? If anybody can do it, it's us.
All right. Tyler Reddick.
Yeah, minus 140.
Minus 140.
But, like, I mean, what do you think about that? Like, because, like, if you could get that to 10-1, maybe even 8-1, and then just bet the rest of them, like, instead, because, I mean, like, you're talking Busch, Chastain, all the Hendrick cars.
Right. You're in great spot. You're in a great spot.
All the College cars, et cetera, et cetera. And then, like, you don't have to worry about trying to bet them all. You can just focus on the 1 to 2, maybe no more than 3 that could potentially win.
Right.
Why?
Yeah, I hear you. So
I mean, you don't need 8 legs, Corey. I mean, it just depends upon how risky you want to be.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you can get like 2 legs at plus 200, that might get you around 10-1. Plus 250, maybe.
Yeah, minus 175 at ESPN. So that minus 140 is a good number.
Where is that?
365.
So Reddick, Dinger, Bell. We spoke about Dinger, obviously. We like him. Reddick and Bell, I mean, they could both have winning speed for sure. But I guess you have more interest in Chris Bell than you do Tyler Reddick.
Oh yeah. I have no interest in Reddick and Elliott pre-race.
I mean, Chris Bell basically had.
I mean, Chris Bell's won here.
Yeah, last year he had close to top 10 speed. Yeah, he was the 8th fastest car on the track last year. Do you think that the reconfiguration is going to screw up? Like, if a car was good here last year and they come with that setup again, do you think the reconfiguration could fuck that up?
I don't know if the reconfiguration can mess up the car. I think the reconfiguration can mess up the driver more. And like, you know, they're like before, like they knew the breaking points and things like that and how aggressive they could be or how safe they needed to be, et cetera, et cetera. Now going into this, like it's open ball game. All they have is a simulator. And I like William Byron because he's a simulator king. Like that's how he learned how to race, you know? So I think he's able to translate the simulator
Better
to
than
real
most.
life more. Yeah, exactly.
But you would think that like SVG and Dinger are going to have like the two biggest edges on the track, right? Probably.
Yeah, from a technical standpoint, because they're going to have more laps than everybody. They're going to, and like the cars are completely different, but still they're going to understand their points and things of that nature. And, you know, Andrew brings up a good point too. Like braking is going to be extremely important.
Which makes
You know?
which makes me tend to think of guys like road course guys, you know?
Right. Yep. Yeah, definitely. Yep.
Ty Gibbs, we spoke about. Elliott, I don't really have interest in him, although he's probably going to have speed.
Yeah, I mean, Chase Elliott is a two-time winner here, but in the old car.
Right. Where are you at on McDowell and Buescher? Obviously, normally they're very solid on road courses. Like they'll give you a top 5 finish. But
I thought about them this week.
You're paying for it now.
I think I give the edge between the two to Buescher versus McDowell. But like I think I like Chastain and Busch
more right
than the two of them.
I'm with you.
But I can't go into the race, you know, with them on my play card.
Who?
I just can't. Buescher and McDowell.
Yeah. And plus, like, you know, when we were betting Chris Buescher, he was 35-1 looking to win those races. Now, I mean, his price is literally cut in half.
I mean, but they got the winning strategy available to them because they're not in the playoffs. So
true.
You know.
Yep, I'm with you there. Yeah, after that, the two guys that we spoke about, Chastain and Busch, I think 22-1-ish in that range is fair. Kyle Busch has finished in the top 3 the last couple races here in the new car. Chastain looks to be moving in the right direction, and he's been a quiet, very strong road course guy. So, yeah, I think both these guys, especially when you consider they don't give a fuck about anything aside from track position and winning the race, I like them this week for sure.
Who? Chastain?
And Busch, yeah.
You know, my qualms about Busch is if you look at the rest of the schedule, this is by far his best opportunity to win. All right. Could he win at Homestead? Probably not. I think he has a little bit better chance at Las Vegas. I don't think he has a prayer shot at Phoenix or Martinsville. But this is a good choice for him. My concern with Kyle is it's new. He's got to deal with these new turns, and he wants to probably be aggressive because he wants to win that race, and maybe he's too aggressive and he screws himself.
So you think, knowing that this is the best chance he's got to win a race this year, it's checkers or wreckers?
Yeah, I mean, the guy, that's all he's racing for is a win. It's checkers or wreckers for him, man. That's it. So that's my concern. That, and like we've seen Kyle Busch over the last year and a half, screw himself, have some bad luck. So it wouldn't surprise me if he's one of the casualties of that, turn 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, could be.
But I like him. But, I think there's a risk with him.
After KB, you got 3 guys at 25 to 1. Daniel Suarez, Marty, and Alex Bowman. I know that ordinarily we talk about Daniel Suarez on road courses, but I don't know, man. He hasn't had it this year.
No, but again, he's going to be like Kyle Busch. Checkers or wreckers.
Where are you at on Marty and Bowman?
So, because Suarez, the only way he's going to make it through the playoffs is to win this race.
Right.
So, Bowman, I kind of feel, he's had a lot of really good success here. But again, it's a different track now. Turns 5, 6, and 7, might not, go to his favor. I don't mind Bowman, but again, he's going to be racing for points. So he's out of the equation for me pre-race. Marty, he's the true wild card, man. You don't know what you're going to get with that guy right now, man. Would it surprise me if Martin Truex won this race? No, because he's Martin Truex.
God.
Would it surprise me if he wrecks out? No, because that's what he's been doing.
How do you bet him, though?
Right. Yep. So, but again, he's going to be playing the optimal strategy. So I can't bet him, pre-race.
After that, Austin Cindric and Joey Logano, a couple Penske guys, 40, 45. Where are you at on Joey this week? Think he's live?
Well, Joey is behind Elliott and Reddick in points. So it's going to be interesting to see how he plays out. I imagine if Reddick and Logano, I would imagine if Reddick and Elliott do good in the first stage, he might take the stage points, Logano.
Right.
And try not to, put a deeper hole. But I think if they're in the top 10 and they're going to get more stage points in stage 2, I think he's going to do the opposite of them, because then it's going to come down to him either needing something bad to happen to one of those 2 in the last stage, or he's going to have to win.
Meyer said most books have him at 25 to 1, and he's 45 to 1 at FanDuel.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Joey's a great road course racer, but the thing that he does have going for him is his crew chief, Paul Wolf's very good at strategy.
After Logano, Chase Briscoe, 50 to 1. You would think every available resource that Stewart-Haas has goes into Chase Briscoe this week, right?
Yeah, you would think so. But again, he's like, Suarez and Cindric, checkers or wreckers.
Yeah, he's been solid on road courses.
And to be quite honest, he's been a big disappointment in my eye in road courses.
Throughout his career?
In NASCAR, yeah, in my mind. Because that's what he was doing really well with in Xfinity. And then he came here and just hasn't been good.
After him, Ryan Blaney, Denny, both 50. Probably nobody else worth talking about after that.
Nah, they're both going to be racing for stages.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think anybody else could really win besides. I mean, where you at on Keselowski? He's been garbage.
Yeah, I'm not betting Brett Keselowski on a road course.
All right, let's look at the props.
So what are you thinking?
I feel like we got to be on SVG and Dinger for sure.
So, do you take their team number versus two of them individually?
What is it? How far off is?
It was 325 at 365. I haven't looked at the other books.
No, because you can get 14-1 on Dinger.
Yeah.
So I don't think you could take that. That's too low. God, it's such a weird week for props.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I was talking to Meyer about Bush top 5 at 3-1. I don't
like the number.
I don't hate it, but like he just really might go. He might be a wrecking ball if he can't win this race.
3-1, just I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm being greedy. I want more than 3.
That's usually about right though for a guy in the 20-1 range.
Yeah.
Chastain 325. I guess I don't mind that.
Yeah. I mean, there's some top 5s that I don't mind. It's just a matter of like, how many drivers do you take? Because there's only 5 spots available, and there's probably 12 guys I think that could finish in the top 5.
Yeah.
And then factor in, unknown chaos potentially. I don't know.
Meyer said
tough.
Joey on new tracks or new configurations, a tale as old as time. Fucking guy. Yeah, top 5s are tough, man. Like I don't mind Dinger at plus 150. If we think Larson's going to be there, I mean, Larson at plus 150 is a wild number. You never see some of these guys the top 5 at the prices that you see them this week, but that's for a reason, right?
Yeah. I mean, I have interest in top 10s for that mere reason. The numbers are so much softer this week for top 10s than what they are typically.
Yeah, KB's even money to top 10, Chastain plus 120, Bell minus 180. I mean, even Larson's normally minus 450. Yeah. Right. He's minus 225. Dinger's minus 225.
Yeah. So I have much more interest in top 10s. But again, like it gives you 5 extra spots,
right,
of cushion. You probably only need a leg to get them to even money, Like if you take a shot on Chastain or Bowman or Bush, you don't need anything really. So I don't know. I like the top 10s much more. It's just a matter of how invested do you want to get on them.
Yeah, I don't really disagree looking at the prices.
Because if there is chaos, you choose 5 drivers, you could have 3 drivers that, are unfortunately taken out. Like, how much do you think they're going to change? I don't think they changed that much last time they were on a road course after qualifying.
It depends on how the book factors in track position this week. I mean, if they weigh it heavily, then they're going to change. If they don't, then they might not move that much.
All right. because part of me wants to wait to see what happens tomorrow and see how chaotic it is,
Right.
you know. But then part of me wants to, take the chance and not lose the number.
Right. Right. But I guess it's a good sign that those are your starting points.
Correct.
Like, you have to assume they think Kyle Larson and Allmendinger probably qualify well. So, like, how much worse can the number really get?
Dinger really isn't a great qualifier sometimes on these road courses.
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah, I guess, like, the one thing about the top 10 market is that it's not a single bet. You have to get something else home.
Yeah.
That's the rub. But it does give you a little bit more of a cushion if you can get the other parlay piece home.
Correct.
I have no interest in winning team this week. The only one probably would have been SVG, but I mean Colleague, but that number is just not good enough because SVG is weighing that number down big time.
Yeah, the only two that I would have interest in was Colleague and then Hendrick. Like, I think the price on Hendrick's not bad, $250, and I think you'll have at least two drivers. But I don't know. I think I'd rather go with Chevy or the individual driver.
SVG's 3-1 to be top Chevy. That makes sense though when you consider how strong the field is.
Yeah, but I can't go in the top Chevy market.
Yeah. So top Ford, I kind of like Chase Briscoe at 8-1. I'm not gonna lie. I think he could top Ford it. I mean, don't get me wrong, like Buescher and McDowell probably deserve to be the favorites. I don't mind that number on Briscoe at 8-1.
This is my concern with Ford is, like, who do you take?
I would personally take those three. I think I would just try to fade Penske.
Right, but I think if the chaos happens, all three of those drivers are live.
Yeah, for sure.
And to be quite honest with you, I think Gillen's live too. He's not been bad here. He's had some bad luck.
Say less. 14-1. Oh, Gilly.
16 on ESPN.
He's treated us well. Tyler Reddick's plus 130 to be the top Toyota. Jesus. And they're only giving you 3-1 on Bell and Gibbs too.
If there's a market of this that I want to go into, it's probably Toyota.
Who would you take? You just try to beat Reddick?
Yeah, I think it'd be Bell, Gibbs, and then maybe Marty.
Andrew says, what do you guys think about Haley at 150-1? I mean, should we have cashed the 300-1 ticket on Haley in a road course? Yes. Have we ever backed him in another road course? No. I don't know. I think that's a stretch. I think there's too many strong cars. Maybe Chaos. What's the matter?
Oh no, I'll get to it in a minute. Do you remember the days when we bet Bubba 75 and 100 to be the top Toyota?
I do, my friend. I do.
18-1.
How's that make you feel?
So
We can't even get 80-1 on fucking John Hunter Nemechek now.
now that's why I was laughing, my man, because I'm looking at ESPN. He's 100-1, and I'm fucking betting him.
No, you're not.
But why wouldn't I? That's what. Why did we bet Bubba?
Because we only have to beat 7 cars.
Right. And at 100-1, you're gonna on a track that could be chaotic. Hell yeah, I'm gonna take a shot at it.
Oh
But-
my God.
So I put in $50.
Okay. Oh, I'll answer this for you. I'm going to say that you were able to get down $24.
Close.
How much?
The amount exceeds the limit of $20.
Coop, they don't want you and I to have nice things anymore. Don't you understand? We've raped them for fucking 5 years. They don't want us to have nice things anymore.
So the bet will be $20,
20 to win 1,000?
$2,000,
2,000?
and $20. Boink.
My guy Jack goes, I'm not gonna lie, you guys are dialed in. We got to tap into the script this week. He said, I'll be honest, I'm eating frozen Salisbury steak dinner right now, and these two guys got me ready to run through a brick wall. Let's fucking go, Jack. Why not us this weekend? Fuck these books. Why not us?
But I mean, I don't think I need to bet Denny Hamlin. Bubba's, I want to say he's a little bit better on road courses, but he's still not a threat, you know?
Well, he's every bit as much of a threat as John Hunter Nemechek if shit gets wild.
Right, but I'm not betting Bubba at 18-1.
Yeah, that's fair. What about Aaron Jones?
No, he's not good at road courses, so no. I'm betting John Hunter because of the number. You know, if I lose $20, you know, I'll be all right.
Yeah, I'll bet. You know what? Where'd you bet that? I'll bet that with you right now, old man. Where'd you bet it?
ESPN. Well, hold on. Check DraftKings first because they have top manufacturers. No, I don't think it's going to be more than 100-1.
Let's see what they got. $60.
And he said it was 66 at
Yeah.
All right. He'll be 66 by the time we're done with him.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get $20 down, Cooper. He is 100-1.
I mean, the last time we bet John Hunter Nemechek top Toyota, he did pretty good for us at Bristol. He stayed in the top 10 all day. He had a couple times when he was in the top 5.
I cannot bet $20. I can bet $16. I'll take it. And he's 80-1 now.
Is he really? Already?
Bro, like, it don't make you feel good, Coop, that
Yep,
we just
80-1.
we fucking move every NASCAR line we bet. Every fucking one.
It's locked for me.
Everyone.
No. We're not betting him to win, Mike Whalen.
No. To be top.
Donna, he's 60-1. He
Yeah.
just moved to 60. And it's open.
That's like that's when you got respect. Come see me when every fucking time you bet $1, the line gets moved. Let's fucking go. Now he's 60 to 1.
Yeah.
You
But-
can't
but-
make it up. Fuck
But
you,
on the other
ESPN. Hey,
but
will
on
they
the
let
oth-
me? Let me see, just to see. Will they let me
Are
bet
you
it
gonna try
again?
to bet it again?
I just want to see if they'll let me.
Try to put $20 on it. Maybe they'll let you put more.
No, because they told me to go. They said, go fuck yourself. Okay. All right.
But no, I think I'm going to go with Bell, Gibbs, and Truex. I don't know. We'll see.
Theyll, Gibbs, and Truex.
If Reddick or Bubba or Jones beat me, oh well. But what I was getting ready to say is like it just shows you how little people bet on NASCAR
Yeah.
when that happens. Like
That's
that.
what I mean. Like I'm throwing around $1,000 bets in the NFL, bro. Like people fucking file paperwork, and they'll take anything I want to give them, and I don't even move a line in the NFL. It's crazy. NASCAR is just different. It's just different.
Yep, but just because they don't have that many people betting it. So
Yep. What about groups?
Would you still bet it at 60?
No.
When I was looking at the groups, there were two that intrigued me. One of them I'm probably not going to bet, but it did intrigue me. While I'm looking for the other one, I'll tell you what that one was. It's on 365. It was group number F. It was Zane Smith was the driver I was going to take over Eric Jones, Corey LaJoie, and John Hunter Nemechek. And Zane's been on a roll recently. The last 6 or 7 races, he's been finishing very well. So I liked him over Jones, LaJoie, and Nemechek because they're not good road course, drivers. But when it comes down to it, I just can't bet Zane Smith. I'm not a big Zane Smith backer. The other one that I liked was on Caesars, and it was group number. Whoa, hold on. Where is it at? Groups. Group number G had Tyler Reddick and Chase Elliott against Gibbs and Buescher. And Gibbs and Buescher would have been my choice. They're both 260.
Say that one more time for me.
Reddick and Elliott against Gibbs and Buescher.
Reddick and Elliott against Gibbs and Buescher. Okay.
But I don't know if I'm going to go that way. The other groups, nothing really caught my attention. It was just those two. Like they have them matched up pretty well, to be honest with you. Where was that I was just looking at? Hey, if you're still interested in John Hunter Nemechek, you can get him at 100 to 1 on Caesars.
There you go.
You want to fucking move that line real quick?
No, I'm good. Yeah, I don't see like. I think the only like some of these groups you got to bet three. I think you got to bet three guys.
You just can't. It's so tough,
I
man.
know.
Like I know in the past we've done the groups, but I don't know if we've done hardly any this year. And I
Mm-mm.
don't know if it's because of having to bet two guys. I think some of it also is like the numbers, you know,
Yeah.
aren't that great.
Plus, they're getting better with the matchups.
Right.
It
Right.
wasn't like that a couple years ago.
Correct. Correct. So
What about matchups? Any matchups you saw that you liked?
yeah, there was two. Hold on, let me pull them up. I know one of them was on 365. Yes. Um,
Dinger against Reddick.
hold on. Ross Chastain over Denny Hamlin, minus 130. I'm not paying minus 130. I'll get it to plus money with something. But
What about Dinger minus 105 against Reddick? I
yeah,
don't mind
that
that.
was that was the other one I had listed. Was Dinger minus 105 over Tyler Reddick. So those were the two.
Yeah, I like that. I like that matchup. I like
But
the Chastain matchup too. I just don't like the price.
right. But you can easily get it to plus 100 and something with a pretty safe parlay, even though nothing's safe. There we are. Winner. Yeah. Winner of stage one wins the race plus 500.
Kyle Larson. Oh, I thought you meant stage one. Let's talk about stage one. Do they have to come down during stage one?
No, it's just 25 laps.
So you think like you take the first couple guys?
I don't know. I mean, it depends upon, I think you take the first couple guys you think that are biting for points. But then again, like I said last year, like it looked like they stayed out in stage one versus pitting. I don't know.
If
Like
Larson, if
you think there's
Larson
an advantage, but not. I to be honest with you, I'd almost rather take a shot at stage two.
on the cycle
Unlike
through guys,
unlike Dinger and SVG drivers like drivers like that. No. Excuse me, they wouldn't be pitting on the guys who are racing for points.
like
Excuse me, I had it backwards.
if Larson and SVG start in the first two rows, their prices are going to be horrific to win stage one.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't mind I don't mind the stage two look.
It's all right. I don't know. I think, it's probably a bet I'm going to stay away from because it could go either way. You really don't have a clear cut way of knowing.
I think we got to at least try to get that Chevy wins the race number to like 5-1, because that'll cover, if they win the race, that'll basically cover probably everything we bet in the outright market.
It would be nice.
5-1, I think we could do. 10-1, that's going to be tough.
Oh, hold on. Let's just play around real quick. When you manufacture minus one. Okay. What we go to the National Football League. Thing is, you got to do it during the early game of NFL. So to give you an idea, you need a 375 to get it to 7.
So you probably need like 250 to get it to 5. That's definitely doable.
So 125 yards from CD Lamb. I just put that in there. But if you go with, let's say, yeah, you need 2 minus 110s to get it to 5, because Jahmyr Gibbs over 21.5 yards receiving, and Sam Laporta over 4D.5 gets to 517.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I like those. I just chose them.
Right. Yeah, that we could do. We could do that. I might take 2 shots at that.
Two shots in what fashion?
Like trying to get that Chevy wins the race to 5-1. Hopefully you get both through. But if you
I get that. But are you thinking 4 different props, or one that you really like, and then another one in one, and then another one in another?
Probably different props for coverage.
All 4?
Probably, yeah. I just don't want to be overexposed.
Right.
I don't want to drop one bet if 2 bets if one player prop goes down. You know?
So, man, I almost really want like one that I really like, and then do it twice, with one and one with another. I don't know. Because if you do 4, if you get one home and one in the other, you're going to be so freaking tilted. You know what I mean? Unless you round robin them, then you're, like you said, over investing yourself then.
I'm definitely going to try to do that, though. Tough week, man. Tough week.
I don't see any qualifying.
No, I don't either. Not yet. Anybody that you're thinking of?
Hey, Adam, how many different drivers have we seen lead a lap at this race in the past?
4 last week. I mean, last race.
Last year here, there was only 4 drivers that led a lap.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 5. Sorry.
5?
Yeah, Dinger led 46. Reddick led 27. Elliott 15. Blaney 6. Theyll 9. The year before,
4 last year.
6, I think.
Oh,
yeah,
6.
Now the year before that, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.
How many? There were a lot more cautions that year than the previous year, right?
That I would have to find.
The reason I ask is,
but
Caesars
again, Dinger led 24 in that race too.
Caesars has a driver to lead a lap. And,
yeah.
Under 7.5 is even money.
That's basically what
the 7.5 just seemed high to me.
No, that's basically right on the number.
Yeah.
That's basically right on the number. Yeah.
Have you gone through all of the FanDuel specials? Or are you just hitting
I
hit and
just
miss?
went. I just went to bet that one with SVG where they let me get $50 down, but that was the only one that I saw so far.
No, I'm not talking about. Well, not talking about lead changes, Adam. I was talking about different drivers to lead a lap.
Some of these are so hard to hit, man.
They look good on paper, though.
I know.
Wow. Wow.
I don't like the guys either. I see nothing with Dinger. Nothing really with SVG. Meyer, that number that we bet is now like 19-1 instead of 30.
Think Martin Truex can top 3.
I know what you're looking at already. 190-1 or something like that.
No, it was SVG to win. Truex top 3. Bowman
top 10 at 90.
Yeah. And then the other one was Bell to win and Truex to finish top 3 is 85.
That you're taking a shot, basically. There's nothing to say that Martin Truex Jr. is going to be a top 3 car in this race. So you're basically taking a shot.
Yeah.
You think Keselowski could top 10? I like SVG to win, Larson top 3, Keselowski top 10 better at 95-1.
Yeah. He could. He would need some help.
How much they let me bet on that? Let's see. Can I get 100? $50.
Do you think it's because of the special too?
I don't know. No, I'm limited now at FanDuel, basically on my NASCAR outrights too. I can't get more than $100 down at FanDuel on an outright. I got to go somewhere else. That's really the only thing that FanDuel will limit me on. Other than that, they let me play.
I haven't seen any that really.
Meyer said Larson to win, Logano top 10 at 22-1. Not terrible.
No. Do you think we need to work on that Chevy bet tonight?
Well, I planned on going to fucking bed, but Adam Meyer said, send me an invite to the fucking conference room immediately following the show. So I assume I'm not going right to bed. If that answers your question, Cooper. All right, boys, we're out of here. You guys know where we're at. Going to try to get the number up on Chevy. We told you the guys we like. It's a risky this week, though, for sure. Might hit the top 10 market. Everything will be on the spreadsheet from Coop and I for Nuke subscribers. Hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, use the code NUKENFL. It'll get you a 1 week free trial to the website. Take advantage of it because we have a ton of premium shows and you'll have access to all the picks we make for 1 week. So go to nukethehouse.com, use the code NUKENFL. It'll get you a 1 week free trial. And tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., Ray and Dan will be live for the college football pregame show. We will be live Saturday afternoon. I'll tell you the time right now. Probably about 3:30 we'll go live tomorrow afternoon. We have NASCAR, we have MMA, we have a full slate of college football, and then Sunday I'll be live for 12 hours. You guys know what we do. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Best of luck on your action this week. Aside from that, we're out. Later.